Alrighty, folks. Well, good evening and welcome to another session of our Vecna Eve of Ruin. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our bodily traversing players this evening, because their characters are in a body, kind of. Makes sense in my mind.
Hey, didn't see you guys there. What's
Hello.
going on?
And we are, unfortunately, down to Dread this evening, so he will remain asleep where we last left him. But the rest of the story continues on. But before continuing on, let's talk a little bit about what happened last time before we get into what's gonna happen this time. So, last time, you guys, after resting in Aeolos, you said your farewells to Mercy and the other Warforged pilgrims, headed over to the camp of Trio of Scavengers. Gifting them with the trinkets and art objects received by the pilgrims, Kayla thanked you and gave some advice about rumors she'd heard about the great war machine not powered by a docent. One that they hadn't sought out because it didn't have one. And it would seem that maybe this Landro Titan could be the one that you were after. Trekking back along the now known direction, you encountered a group of these hateful warrior warforged who seemed to follow the Lord of Blades. Killing their commander and another, two of these mechanical warmongers fled the scene. And eventually, afterward, continuing traveling, you arrived at your destination through the fog. Gargantuan construct embedded into the side of a mountain, easily hundreds of feet tall. Trying to find an entrance into this thing, you did find a door in its foot. It seemed sealed shut by the magical force field that you were warned about. And eventually found a cave system in the side of the mountain, seeing a stream of gray liquid oozing out. Thought this might be the gray matter? You ventured in, finding what looked to be fresh bodies, easily ages old though, just from the dust collected on them. Further up as you climbed the cavern, came upon the lair of a dreaded blaze bear. And although its monstrous form was of no match to your prowess, it still was imposing to see for a moment after you slew it quite easily. And the gray matter seemed to pool nearby, combined with another liquid or substance that twisted and changed things around. You continued further up, saw a ghost of old days past, looking for his companions. And then you saw an actual structure that caves pierced within, probably the interior of this Landro machine. Inside was a wrecked workshop. Further in was a neat and tidy bunk room. It was here you saw someone sleeping. Going in to wake her, some of you actually felt drowsy yourselves and passed out. Eventually Zom did wake her, but she also wanted to keep sleep. She gave a vision to Zom showing the lifespan of this colossus, how it was created and floated over a mountain and then landed, and then was swallowed by it through time. A way out was through what was probably the spine, a long tube going up and down, though the way up was collapsed and impassable. A green kind of light was seen kind of throughout this tube. And after some talks, dude went to go drop down the tube filled with green light, see what was below. But as he jumped, he actually found himself levitating. And that was where we're going to pick up. Dread's going to be passed out in a bunk nearby. Dexter, you are currently floating in this tube.
Oh, sweet. Hey, wake up, Dread. Let's go. We can float.
I think he'll sleep a little bit more. He seems to be fast asleep down there.
He is wounded. He could take a short rest.
Doodle shrug. He's gonna miss all the good fights. And I'll float down.
Alright. floating down, you would see that this apparatus goes maybe about 40 or so feet down before you reach a landing. Green light filling this space as well. On the opposite wall of you, you would see what looks to be a small weapon rack opposite of where you land. Looks like there's some halberds and crossbow on it. Not much really of use. But either side of this landing, you would see two, looks to be glowing orbs, translucent that you can kind of see through, and two other tubes going down on either side. Also, the rest of you guys trying to follow.
Yep, Nero would jump in with Robbie and go down.
Well, he didn't immediately come back up, so we.
All right. As you... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Zom. I accidentally got you stuck. Yeah, I'll move you down.
Wow.
And yeah, you would see another one of these areas. Darkness. But low light glowing from these. They look to be orbs. Extending downward beyond what... You can see the light, but it does kind of twist and turn as it's not a straight tube down like previously.
Hmm.
And they seem to go down much further.
Left or right?
Well, surely they have similar destination.
Well, if we're in the machine, this could be a left arm, right arm situation, depending on how high up we are.
Possibly.
Or leg
Okay,
situation.
Or a leg situation, true. It's not like we're not going to go through both.
All right.
Okay. Off we pop.
All right, just easily floating down the second one, feeling that same anti-gravity pulse as you head down. Down, down, down. Goes down about 70 or so feet before you would reach another kind of sphere. And it continues down another 50 or so feet, just slowly traversing in like 20-foot intervals before finally reaching the bottom. Down here, a darkened pathway ends with kind of a rubble-choked... Yeah, it looks like actually you can see like a stone door at the end of this darkened toe. Hollow foot, broken in several parts. Door looks to be jammed shut. You see solid stone kind of jutting in through the sides of this chamber.
Go look at the door.
Absolutely. Go down to look at the door. Give me a perception check. You start to inspect it.
Natural 20,
With a
29.
nat freaking 20. So, this door is obviously broken and of no use. It's never going to open again, most likely. However, and you would also kind of notice there's a faint bit of, like, just magic energy about the space. Not that there, magic behind you, but the door itself seems like it's seeped in, like, just that energy, that fuzz that you feel around it. But one thing would stand out of absolute note immediately: a dusty, lusterless gemstone lying in the corner.
Hmm. I will point it out. Nero, do you want to pick up a rock?
No, last time I picked one up, I was electrocuted, so I'll pass.
That is true.
He remembered.
Of course I remembered. Uh,
They can't all be electric traps.
This is not shiny.
well, you go ahead and you try them.
It is not shiny. It almost blends in with the rest of the rocks, except for this is clearly some sort of crystal, but not exude light.
Okay.
I can run forward and pick it up. Everyone's,
I don't
I
know.
know.
I mean, if you volunteer.
Larissa, you mind lighting the place up with that globe thing?
A glow thing? Oh,
Globe.
Yeah.
He cannot see.
It is
The
dark.
drift globe.
Hey, you pull the drift
Take
globe
the
out
drift globe.
as it vastly illuminates this stone and steel rusted
Specifically, not
interior.
the one gem. Might even be more noticeable if it doesn't reflect the light like everything else.
It would be even more noticeable, as it does reflect the light slightly, ever so slightly, but
I will go forward and pick it up.
yeah, go forward, pick it up. It's a small little gem. It would be, does it have a shape? Certainly it has a shape. It's gonna be kind of like maybe about 2 inches round, comes to a point, kind of like if you were like a set stone for a piece of jewelry, but much bigger.
Set stone for like a scepter or something.
Yeah, exactly. I would say it's grayish and like flat and dull, lusterless.
Oh, it didn't zap me or anything.
Most certainly did not.
I'll hold it out. Yeah, here you go.
well, you know what it does is it.
Not very shiny.
It's a rock.
It is a rock. Is anyone proficient in gem cutting tools?
Nope.
Is anyone proficient with investigation? I would let one person investigate.
I am proficient with investigation. I can.
Give me an investigation
Okay.
check as you look it over.
A 20.
Okay, with a 20, I would say it almost resembles an emerald. You're not sure why it's so gray. There's something has like the color has been sapped from it.
Perhaps
It's
it
an
used to be
oddity.
something.
Yeah, like it used to be something.
Maybe with a little attention, it can be something again.
Possibly.
Unlike this door.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it has become something else. It is now a wall.
There you go.
I don't mind flying.
It's a stone door. Are you able to change it?
Like stone and steel.
I mean, possibly, but did we come up on a door on the way in?
You did see a door on a foot around the outside, and I believe Dredd was unable to touch it because there was some force field keeping him at bay.
It would be logical that this is the door we saw, but
There's We can go see if there's another one on the other leg.
And now we know we may have an exit if we need to. This might be an exit, but leaving the foot at this point would be
All right, then let's go
unnecessary.
back up. And let's get to the other one.
All right. Larissa keeping that glowstone alight. All right.
Yep.
Resuming up the shaft of the leg brings you back to this chamber here.
One leg down the other.
Yeah, let's go down the other one.
Woohoo!
As
Head
you
first.
leap head first. It's not, oddly enough, it doesn't allow you to fall very quickly, even if you were to want to. But heading down, it'll be about, passing another orb, total of 120, 130 feet down. You'd come to another chamber. And as you head down the cylinder of glowing green light, you can see at this chamber's far end, the foot here has been broken open. Oversized skull-shaped mushrooms pockmark the heap of debris that kind of marks the rough division between the Colossus's interior and the cave adjacent.
Alright, and back outside of the robot we go.
Seems like it.
I would
Then
say
either we missed something.
perhaps.
Oh, maybe this cave connects back into the robot somewhere else. Maybe. I mean,
So
the
let's
robot
go.
was in the whole mountain pretty much, right?
It's fair. Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of the decor of this foot.
Large mushrooms shaped like skulls.
Bit ominous.
Don't eat them.
Wow, I was about to dare Narrow to eat one.
I was about to ask Narrow to shoot one.
I mean, I
Shoot
can if
one
you
and
we
eat
can
it.
try, but I don't think that's gonna really be our best bet.
You know,
I'll
if
try
it
and eat
does
one.
nothing, then we're out nothing. But if it does something, now we've gained a
We're
lot.
trapped here. Because we don't know how long it's going to take for whatever spores it will release to dissipate.
She's
I'd
got a
rather it
point.
dissipate while we're up here than when we're in the middle of it.
Mm. As
Yeah,
long
go ahead
as
and
we
shoot
don't
it.
touch them.
I don't know. We can try.
I can shoot one all the way down there at the end of the corridor, see what happens.
I don't have any fire. I mean, we could do it the old-fashioned way, but
Yeah, I don't have any way of making fire arrows.
Could light your arrow on fire.
Yeah, but
Do we have alcohol?
I got
I have a tinderbox.
I got a tinderbox too. But we need something to so that the arrow just doesn't just burn.
I'm gonna whisper under my breath and just call out to the elements down here. I'm just gonna try and ask them to explode down over here.
Okay. Yeah, as a small fireball. I'm assuming that's what you do.
Yeah. Fire elemental burst.
Elemental burst bursts out. You a lot of these fungal things don't seem to react, but kind of beneath them, like they do burn, they don't react, but underneath them, you would see two mushrooms kind of as the skulls are melting down, like being burned down. These two other mushrooms that extend through these skull-like patterns into a more traditional mushroom shape. You would hear a very quick and very light screech for half a second as they burn themselves. Well, go and roll me some damage.
Element verse 3.
Was it dex save?
Yeah, dex save. 15. Dex 15.
Yeah, they are immediately gone. One of them rolled pretty good, but still got an 11. As you, I would say, narrow with your innate knowledge of nature, and even maybe even Larissa to a degree, they were shriekers. They were not able to let out a shriek, though. And just for this brief moment, they almost did.
Yeah, see, no spores.
That's
Yeah, no,
intuitive.
they
I was expecting one thing and got another, but the results are the same.
Well, shall
What are
we
you doing
continue?
down here?
Let's get rid of some of
It's-
those skulls. There you go. They're all burnt.
Is there any left?
Nah,
One?
they're all freaking burnt.
I want to try one.
You burnt all those skulls to a crisp. 100%.
Crispy mushrooms.
Yeah, I mean, you can still eat crispy mushrooms. No one's saying
I'm
you
gonna try.
can't.
I'm gonna try one.
Sure. They taste like mushrooms. They are like button mushrooms. They're just skull shaped. Yep.
Not too bad.
It's not bad. Heading down, you see a darkened dirt and rocky corridor going beyond. Is Larissa keeping that globe with her?
Yeah, she is. I just don't know how.
I'll just make you emit light. How about that?
I appreciate it.
As you traverse on down the corridor, it's like Zom and Dew leading the way. It seems to wind and bend for some time. As, let's say, Zom and Narrow. Actually, let me double check. What is there? Roll for it for funsies. Yeah, Zom and Narrow would hear what sounds like some crunching up ahead.
we should be careful, guys.
Right, if that we were some sort of early warning system. Luckily, we took care of
Yeah.
it before it warned.
Those were shriekers. It would have broken our ears if
Well, the dude can't see, but is there any light coming from that direction?
There is no light coming from that direction. The only light source you have at the moment is the orb that Larissa is currently holding.
Well, they're not rushing us. Does someone want to sneak ahead and see what's up? Or do we just want to get the drop on them?
you want us to go silently.
It narrows really quiet, and you can make everybody else real quiet too.
You can always sneak alone if you want.
I can do nothing of the sort.
I'm telling you, Sam. Once you take the armor off, you're just so free. You can move so much better, quieter. I'm telling you, man, it's freeing.
I did that for a time. It was nice.
All right, let's slowly go forward. I guess.
All of you? Or is someone scouting?
Try something.
It is entirely your call.
I can probably go forward and
I am
scout
not
a little bit.
scout.
All right, I'll go forward. I'll scout a little bit.
All right, give me a stealth check, Nero. Ooh,
27.
with a 27. You got Cloak of Elvenkind, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you move so quietly, and your form is unseen to those that are unaware of you being there. As you sneak forward, going ahead little by little. Give me a perception check.
Perception. 21.
21. You can see what looks to be in the darkness beyond, a mechanical man. The only bit of light in here would be coming from his one eye, holding a long spiked glaive, kind of brass steel coloration on him, be poking around in the dirt at something nearby.
He would just turn around and in sign language tell the others what he's seeing.
Does anyone else speak sign language?
Negative.
Or can see Nero?
If I could see him, I
Yep.
do.
All right, what does Nero say he sees? In sign
He
language.
he says he sees this mechanical creature with one eye.
Humanoid in form.
That appears to be poking at something.
It might be a friend then.
They all forged.
Let's say we go talk to him.
We're 50-50 on them, so it's just one.
Just one.
I'll head forward.
Yeah, let's go
Quietly, but I'll head forward.
as quiet as we can.
Sure, everyone give me a stealth check then. Hey, not bad.
13.
Let's see him if he's gonna be any stealthy. Not too bad.
He is pretty stealthy. As most of you pretty good with the stealthing. However, as you start to approach Nero, you would see that one eye kind of flicker towards you, ever so slightly. Probably as you get maybe a little bit closer. A voice would call out, not to you. Crunch. Company. His eye would flicker out. Well, would seem you've caught me a little unawares. What are you doing here?
Well, we're just, looking for a way in a robot. Heard this thing runs on an artifact of some sort. We're interested in it.
You are interested in it. What is your interest?
Kind of the fate of the world and whatnot.
You believe you hold the fate of the world.
Several of them, if my understanding is keeping
Yeah.
up with the past couple days.
So,
I like that.
well, you have come to the exact right place. As he kind of crosses his glaive along the ground, kind of lifting it up in a threatening manner. I'm afraid you've already seen too much. We can't allow you to leave. And if you could smile, he would. As he starts to lunge forward, we're gonna roll initiative. Surprise!
No
Percentage.
surprise.
No, no surprise. Technically, you guys have advantage. Technically. Which is the best kind of technical. I don't know. But, as we are getting into this... Zom, what is your dexterity?
1, I believe. Yes. 12.
So, from the shadows nearby, you would see a flicker of light. And then another armored figure nearby appears next to Glaive. The guy with the glaive. Spoiler, his name's Glaive. Wearing
That's
kind of
true.
like what's going to be like a gas mask. And he's going to hold out his hand as bolts launch towards first person around, which will be Narrow.
Yeah.
Getting a 12 and a 21 to hit Narrow.
21 hits.
You take 11 points of piercing damage. And then he will just back up a little bit. Kind of looking towards the one-eyed individual. Taking us to Zom's turn.
You didn't order it by number.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got 23.
you got 20. Narrow? Shit. Well, that guy went really quick for some reason.
That's fine.
He should have technically had advantage anyways, but it's neither here nor there. So he'll go, he is somehow went really quick this time. Aha. Narrow, what are you up to? Sorry about that.
That's all good. Let's see real quick. We're actually gonna do a 20-foot radius sphere. I just want to see out. Yeah, it's gonna be too big for this little space. So we're just going to shoot a longbow at Glaive at what appears to be the leader.
Okay.
26.
26 will absolutely hit him. It'll
No,
just
it's
do
still
the
a shoot.
7 points of damage.
Yeah, just 7. Let me remove the Hunter's Mark and second attack.
He will quickly, as it looks like it's about to hit him, he will chop that arrow in two, as it actually does no damage to him.
Rude.
Okay, well, in that case, got another trick up my sleeve. So, we're going to try another arrow.
How many times can he do it?
A 20
20.
will hit.
And as a bonus action, we're going to use a lightning arrow.
Okay. The arrow sparks with electricity. Is that a deck save?
Let me
Or is it
check.
just
real
automatically
quick.
do?
Like it's doesn't take any damage or effect.
Deck save.
Target takes 48, and anyone around it takes.
All right. The other guy evades pretty deftly.
All right, so direct attack is gonna be
Let's roll that 4d8 plus the arrow damage.
50.
So he'll take the arrow's damage
Yeah.
plus 15.
Instead of taking any damage.
so, and anyone in proximity
Oh,
is
instead of
gonna
taking,
take.
I got you. You're right. So, yeah, so he'll take 15.
Okay, and then anyone in proximity is taking 9.
All right. He evades most of it, so he only takes 4.
All right, and then we're gonna move back right there, and that'll be it.
All right. That will take us to Dude.
Ooh, that was pretty nice. I'm gonna call up on that residual electricity from that lightning arrow,
Yeah.
and I'm just going to try and reignite it. Make a big boom. Deck save.
Okay, as it just kind of explodes in that area. Ooh, 21. They got a 26 and a 19 as they both evade pretty well, but they still take half. You do see the electricity kind of bounce onto something on the ground behind them. Something else was damaged as well.
Run forward.
As you run forward, I will need a dexterity save as soon as you get there.
16.
Were they 16? I think you're still good. No. Yes, you are just fine.
Ooh.
As a little jolt of electricity of a dart shoots out towards you. A familiar
I don't know one of these
trap
fucking
you've
things.
seen before.
Break it now.
I see where I came from.
No. You have to make an investigation check
Like
with your
whole
action.
thing. Man. Alright, continue moving forward.
Okay.
And I will bonus action flurry of blows.
Okay. Getting 3 attacks. Who are you blowing?
I'm going to be attacking this guy straight in front of me.
All right.
Straight to the north.
24 will
24?
absolutely hit him.
Another focus point for a stunning strike.
All right. He got an 18.
That's a pass.
You still hit him, though. Strike into him for 13 points of force damage as he just kind of bounced into his metal. You can see steam starting to build up inside of his form for whatever reason, or their form.
Second attack at advantage.
Yeah. Definitely hits.
5.
Yeah.
15 points of
You'll
force.
take 15 more points of force damage.
Last attack. 18 to hit.
18 just hits.
Another 13 force.
Take another 13 points of force damage. Electricity crackling around. Anything else for Dexter?
Oh, I spent a lot on that turn. We're good.
That will take us to Zom.
Call out actually. Something else. Lightning hit something else over here.
One of those crap things again. Oh boy. I don't want to leave you. You know what? I'm gonna step up 2 spaces.
Okay. You're good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's not bad. You know what? For now, you'll be fine. Do you want to? Do I just toll the dead because it's strong? And I don't have to. I can think about it later. Yeah, let's just do that.
All right.
I will toll the dead. The main guy, Mr. Glaive with the glaive.
They rolled a nat 1.
I rolled 15 points of damage.
They will take 15 points of necrotic damage. As you can see this, hear this, like, see them wincing for what an unknown reason is. You would actually hear an audible crunching come from within their skull.
Interesting. Bonus actions.
Anything else for Zom?
No, I'll save it for later. We'll see what he wants to do.
All right.
Oh,
That will take us to the mystery. Definitely very much like Deathstroke vibes going on there.
Definitely.
But they are going to swing out with their glaive. As
Advantage. On
yeah,
the first
as you would see their body start to exude steam, and the brass and steel bits of their body kind of glow red within. As you're giving disadvantage on their first turn.
Yeah. He's lucky.
Which will turn that into a straight roll. Getting a 12 to hit.
Misses.
As it misses, they are going to slash out again with their glaive. This time at advantage. Getting a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that one hits.
As you take 16 points of slashing damage as it slashes across you.
I will use my reaction to deflect energy.
Okay. As you deflect this attack, 6 plus crazy numbers.
Yes, lots of numbers.
I
Plus
believe
level?
it. Plus 14 plus dex, so be plus 19. So yeah, 25 points. You easily deflect their glaive, spiked glaive. As it slaps into the ground, you would see their other hand reach up towards you as a serrated bolt shoots out of their wrist
At me again?
at you again.
Can I give him disadvantage again?
You can.
Sweet.
He got a 20 to hit.
Damn it. Yeah, it's
As you take 6 points of piercing damage. As the serrated blade lodges into your abdomen, causing your muscles to kind of spasm and tighten. Your speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it is still whirring and driving itself into you. And then it's going to shoot out another one towards Zom. Not at advantage. Zom getting a 19 to hit.
Not hit.
As you easily deflect this serrated bolt. They are then going to end their turn. Taking us to Larissa.
Careful, there's one of those trap things around here.
Oh, one of those trap things? Jesus Christ, of course there is. Okay. Okay. And so, to get my bearings, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I assume this is just a little incline.
It's like a
We can
ledge
still
there. You can see over
can we
it. It's
still see him?
probably about 5 feet down. Yeah, you can see him.
Okay. I would like to
And
attempt to
let's get rid of that
cast
little
Bane.
Absolutely, casting Bane on both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a Wisdom save?
It's a charisma saving throw.
Ooh, I think we've been over this before.
Yeah.
He got a 0.
Seem very charismatic.
They both rolled nat 1s. So
Hey,
they are both
Okay,
baned.
Great. So yeah, it's just a subtract 1d4.
Mm-hmm.
And
From attacks
it-
and saves.
yeah, target that fails his save must make an attack roll before. And I think it doesn't say anything about basically retaking the roll or anything
Right.
in the description.
Right, yeah. It's I'd save or suck.
Yeah.
Like they don't until you lose concentration, I believe.
Yes. And then I don't have any really I don't have any bonus actions that would be of use. I don't think. So yeah. Dunskies.
Alright. Do something real quick here. Alrighty then. That will take us to Narrow.
Right, we're going to use the wand to cast magic missiles. Level 3.
Okay. So shooting 5 missiles. Where are they going?
A big one up there.
Alright, all 5 of them there. So that'll be 5d4 plus 5.
Do you have magic missile? I can do it this way. At 3rd level.
Let's see if it actually did it. How about that? For 11, 15, 20, 25. That is a good magic missile is to use this wand and these darts pulse out 25 damage as they are dense into their metallic body.
It has his archery bonus on it.
Oh, so minus
Oh, yeah.
Well, minus 10.
minus 10.
Minus
Still
10.
15.
15 is still good.
Okay. Still not too shabby.
And then I'm going to have Ravi move up there. And
As Ravi moves there, I need a dex save from them.
right from right.
Nat
Not 20.
Easily evading this little dart that gets zapped across the field there.
And that'll be it.
Alright, that will take us to Dude, at the start of your turn, I do need a dexterity saving throw. 21, you are golden.
perfect. I will use my action to attack this guy that was been attacking.
Okay.
27 a hit.
Absolutely hits him.
I'll try and stunning strike him as well.
Okay, he'll take 8 points of damage. You know what? Yeah, he'll take 8 points of damage. And he got a 14.
That's a fail.
He's going to use legendary resistance to succeed. 'Cause actually, he would have gotten minus d4 too.
He's one of those. Oh, that sucks. Alright, attack again.
At advantage.
$16.
16 misses.
Man. Alright, another focus point. To flurry of blows.
Okay.
That might be a stupid decision. Oh, not advantage.
Not advantage, but a 25 will hit.
That stinks.
Hey, for 10 points of damage as he deflects it and pushes your forceful blow away, not taking anything.
Hey, that was a cool move.
He's just kind of spinning the glaive around.
Hey, 26.
26 will also hit.
Is that the second or the third one?
That was the third one.
Okay. For 13
He will
points.
take 13 points of damage. Anything else for dude?
That'll do her.
We'll take us to Zom.
You can't trigger there. That didn't keep going. 2 gets up 5. I will move up 2.
Alright, I will need a dexterity save.
9.
With a 9. You do take... Does it actually roll it? No. You take 21 points of piercing damage as it knocks you on your ass.
Remember this fondly. I'll use the rest of my movement to stand up.
All right.
You know what? I'm gonna use my action to try to find this thing.
Alright, give me a investigation check.
That's what I thought.
Nowhere to be seen.
And it's stuck.
Anything else for Zom?
No, my bonus is not great. That'll do it.
Alright, that will take us to Crunch as they've been baned. They are going to arm blade out, launches towards dude, getting a 28 to hit. As dude, you take 24 points of slashing damage. As this arm blade, yeah, you deflected. What would we say? Plus 19, so 26. And you only take 24. So yeah, you evade all of it. As they try to stab into you again, getting a 26 to hit. As you will take 15 points of slashing damage. As dashing out, you would see him look down the cave. Sir, we should go. And quickly runs away. Disengaging from dude. Running so far. Down into the darkness. Which will take us to surprise guest number 1. With no surprise, you can hear this crashing coming from down the hall. This grotesque, warped and shifted, humanoid-esque creature steps forward, revealing themselves. Mumbling under their breath, "You should not be here." One of its eyes pulses with horrid light. I'm gonna roll to see who it actually affects. We've got an enemy in the midst. It will be dude. Dude, I need a wisdom saving throw. Ooh, with a 18, you will take, does it do it? 10 points of psychic damage. Its eye glistens towards you. as it kind of picking up what looks to be a stone club dragging behind it. It will reach out and smash towards this guy and dude. One at each. Rolling a nat 1 against the guy. Getting a 25 against dude. As dude, this large, warped, giant human creature slams into you with a stone club. You take 30 points of bludgeoning damage. He just
Oh, that hurts.
slaps into you, kind of in between you and the other one, not even noticing those around. Ending its turn, as it'll lumber a little bit forward, glaring down the hall, which will take us to this guy.
Didn't trigger the trap.
He will trigger the trap. He does make a dex save. He avoids it. Somehow, this big guy avoids it. He got a 19 on his save. His little dart shoots up towards him. We'll say it hits him and, like, pops a weird pustule. At which point, this guy here, Deathstroke over there, will... almost smiles. You won't make it long. And he's going to disengage. And dash. As he runs super far down the hall. Catching up to his buddy. But he had to use his action. Which will take us to Larissa.
Ooh. He didn't, because I already used my reaction. So.
Well, he didn't know that.
That's good.
Though I still had to disengage from this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Larissa, the robots have left, and now there's this twisted, weirdly grown humanoid with dragging a club behind with a pulsing eyeball.
Yeah, she's fucking weird. Ugh, you're on the way. I was wondering, again, is that 60-degree angle for color spray, I think. And if I... trying to figure out a way to do this. Either way, I'm gonna get someone. Why is my... Where are you? There you are.
I mean, you can always, if you angle it like this way. You're next to Zom.
Yeah. I think that's the best bet. I'm going to taste the rainbow.
Okay.
Color spray.
As a flash of colors shoots out, is that a... what save is that? Con?
It is a Constitution saving throw, which I'm now really realizing he probably has very low Constitution.
It got an 18.
Just fucking saves.
As it is indeed their best stat. Second best. As you color spray one of his eyes, as his glowing eye still blinks, looking out towards you.
Okay. And... yeah, I'll just do end of turn.
Alright.
Yeah.
That will take us to Narrow.
Let's see.
I will need your cat to make a dex
Yeah.
save.
I'll do that right now.
Ooh, cat gets knocked prone and takes 21 points of piercing damage. It's a electric dart shoots out and knocks him on his ass.
How much you said?
21.
29. All right, so we are going to do a longbow attack.
All right. A 18
18.
will definitely hit this guy.
4.
10
10.
points of piercing damage.
And then Ravi's gonna stand back up, so that's 20 feet, and he's gonna move right there, be in range, and he's going to try to attack him
Yeah.
with.
Launching out a 9 is going to miss as this almost his form moves and shifts and warps away.
I
Bends.
think. Let's try another one.
Ooh.
And one of my last attack for him. Let's see if this one's gonna hit.
A 14,
14.
just hits him.
I mean, it's a force damage of 11 force
Take
damage.
11 points of damage as it claws into the leg of this monstrous human guy. You can almost see
And
tattered clothes. It's still attached and warped into his body.
That'll be it.
All right, that will take us to Dude.
All right. I will try and hit this guy real good.
Hit the guy real good. I need a dex save at the start of your turn.
Do that.
You'll probably hit him. 21, you're good. 27
Alright.
absolutely hits this guy.
I will try a stunning strike.
Okay. Going for a big strike of stunning. He got a nat 20 for a total of 25.
Which is a success, I believe.
We're gonna rule it as a success this one time.
Gotcha. But he does take. Oh, we'll reroll that.
Reroll that.
Hey, one
Hey, he'll take 8 points of damage.
Yep. I'll make my second attack at advantage.
Indeed.
And here comes my nat 20.
No,
14.
but a advantage did help you. A 14 hits.
Hey.
For 9
9
more.
points.
7, 8, 9. Gonna do 10 damage
Alright.
next time.
I will just use my bonus action to make one attack.
Alright.
Oh, not at advantage.
Not at advantage. Getting a nat 1 is gonna miss. Anything else for
That
you?
will do it.
Alright, that will take us to Zom.
Still in the trap.
You are still in the trap?
Probably.
Yes, I need a dex save.
I'm not able to stand up. 15.
15, I believe, just fails. Just barely fails. DC is 16. As you take 21 points of piercing damage and are knocked on your butt.
I'll spend half my movement to stand back up.
Yep.
Stupid dart traps, the deadliest thing we fought all campaign.
I know.
Is this up or down?
That is
This
down.
little-
He is downhill. So you're probably about eye level with this guy.
That's fine. I'm just gonna slide down the hill.
Okay. Yeah, you slide down that kind of cracky, rocky crevice there next to him.
Just gonna try to get his attention, but I am gonna cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. Big
He's
wisdom.
still hopefully not very big.
He's got a big 7. Big 7.
He can take a big
He
25.
will indeed take 25 points of damage. As, like, you just see kind of popping and twisting around his head as blood starts to kind of spurt around it.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll take one more step.
Okay. that will take us to his turn. As the others are gone from view. Yeah, so he is going to... Decisions. We'll start with the club. Swing his club around. What's that?
Is that what hit me last time?
That's what he hit with last time.
Okay.
He's gonna swing. He'll do the first one at the cat. Getting a nat 20 against Ravi. Alrighty, folks. Sorry about that. A little mild cliffhanger there as lost a little bit of power. Apparently there's a wind thunderstorm going on, but we are back into it. Luckily quicker than anticipated. So let's just dive right back into it. We were in the middle of a fight with this. First was a fight with a couple of these Warforged guys, but they ran away once a large, twisted humanoid creature entered the scene, gleaming out with his eye and smashing around. It did roll a crit against Ravi, and that's where we left. It rolled that crit, so we all see it. It's right there. So against Ravi, Ravi will take 40 points of bludgeoning damage. I think there were 3 ones in that. As Ravi is somehow still alive. But
Barely, but he's there.
barely, but is still there indeed. So, that was with its first attack. Swing out a second time. Will swing out towards Zom. Zom got a 15 to hit.
That will not hit.
As its eye glares out to Larissa. Larissa, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You sprayed color in its face. It's gonna spray a beam of twisted light back in your direction.
Okay, wisdom. No. Are you fucking kidding? Jeez.
It shoots a beam of light out towards you as you feel your psyche reduce. You suffer 1 point of exhaustion. And take 21 points of psychic damage. As this warping beam shifts around you and twists your body for this brief moment, enough to just like your body just went through a weird warping phase, and it's back to how it is. Your bodies feel like they were broken and put back together, but you're still there. You are still there. But that will end its turn. as it'll probably face Zom in the end, eyeing, kind of twisting around, his eye starting to warp in your direction. That will take us to Larissa.
We did not get shot by the electric bolt.
Shit, you're right.
Well, that thing's the MVP of this fight for both teams.
Yeah, he'll take 21 points of lightning damage. And he got knocked down and get back up again. Ugh. But he's still going.
Knocked down. Back up again. Knocked down.
Larissa, that is your turn. What, pray tell, are you doing?
I do a number of things. I don't think that would work. Maybe? No, but we're going to have to face it when we get back anyway. So it needs to die. Okay. I am just going to send a few fireworks its way. Eldritch Blast, please.
All right, starting to blast. Roll me those blasts. As you do have the point of exhaustion, so it will be -2 on your attack rolls, but an 18 and a 28 and a 14. Is that already minus the exhaustion?
The exhaustion is on here. Like, it's on my sheet. But it doesn't look like it is.
Oh, interesting. Well, then what's the point in having it on there? So it would be a 12, a 26, and a 16. So only 2 out of your 3 blasts hit this creature.
Okay. And then pretty sure I've got my agonizing. Yep, still on there.
Yeah. 12 points of damage with the first strike. And 9 with the second. And sending your own twisting blast back and forth between this creature. Anything else for Larissa?
And yes, bonus action, I am going to take a refreshing step.
Okay.
All the way back here.
Yeah, absolutely. And you get some temporary hit points.
Dude, that's just where I did. Oh, yeah. There they are.
More Eldritch Blast damage.
That is not what I meant.
I know, I got you. But as you get that little refreshing step backwards, healing your wounds, that will take us to Narrow. Nice.
Right. So we are going to try to hit him with a. Just gonna check. Conjure Fire is just after. Oh no, it's not after. So we're gonna cast Conjure Barrage and attack this big guy.
Yeah. As the barrage of arrows splatters towards him. Dex save? I'm assuming.
Yes. Yes,
You
Dex
got,
save.
you got a big 11, as he's not dodging any arrows.
Alright, then he's gonna get
Yeah.
28.
As a
Or would that the 2+2 count since I'm
No.
technically shooting the bow?
yeah, I would say no.
As a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
Specifically.
But yeah, for 28 points of damage, as about half a dozen arrows shoot into this creature, kind of twisting and bending with him. He is looking rough.
Right.
Anything else for Narrow? I will need Ravi to give me a
Nope.
dex save.
Yeah. I'll do that real quick.
Looking for a 16.
Is it
Ravi just
Exactly.
barely avoids this little. He's trying to survive, as this little arc of lightning pulsing dagger shoots out.
All right,
It's
that'll be it.
essentially there. Just so you know. That will take us to Dude.
It's the glowy circle.
Yeah, I need a deck save at the start of your turn.
Oh, that's the
You know what it is.
18.
18, you are good.
I will attack the big monster.
Attacking the big monster.
First attack.
First attack, 20 is going to hit him.
20. Gets force damage on there. 10 points damage.
Take 10 points of damage as you just kind of. I don't know, what's your style like when you're not doing your element stuff? Like, what's your kung fu like?
It's very flowy and rhythmic. Just kind of natural, kind of like a
Tai Chi.
like a mix between like a drunken artist and like a capybara, like just kind of dancey, fighty.
The capoeira?
Yeah.
No,
not-
he's
not-
like
not the
he's like a
rodent.
giant rodent, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, not the rodent. The Brazilian.
Yeah, I
martial
got you.
art.
Yeah, the kind of like get on your
Capoeira.
back, do the spinning
That's the
thing.
one.
Yeah, capoeira. Fair enough.
Second attack.
Ooh.
Natural.
Nat 1, as you try and go for like a spinning kick towards him, you just kind of like get into his shin and you realize there's like a piece of metal where his shin is.
It's not supposed to be there. I will spend a focus point and do a flurry of blows.
All right. Doing 3 more unarmed strikes at 29. Absolutely hits this guy.
29. For
Ooh.
16 points of force damage.
As you hit his other leg and he starts to buckle down, he is badly injured. 17 also
17
hits.
to hit
Yeah.
for 14 points of force damage.
14 points of force damage. How does Dude end this guy as he starts to buckle down as you crunch into his one shin? Maybe his face gets eye level or something. You tell me. What's happening?
I'm just kind of wailing on him and trying to get the thunder to obey me, but just so tired right now.
Yeah.
It's not really. Just turning it into more disfigured monstrosity.
As you just, that thunder not really working with you, but as your blows start to kind of hit him into the face, he topples over. You see his form still kind of warp, and that almost like semi-thunderous punches and blows that you were doing melds in with his body as his body shrinks down. Maybe it's still larger than an average human size. And kind of topples over, twisted and deranged, and odd and horrid ways. And we'll hop out of combat there.
All right, well,
We'll say,
this is more.
Yeah.
Let's say this is like more my style. The monsters, more of the robots. Yeah, the robots. Yeah, that's weird. And then I get shot by an arrow.
Yeah, I mean, would say the only one who would have to roll for sure. Dude, you can step out of that area for a second, but it would need Ravi to give me a deck save.
He goes down.
Ravi will go down. I would say if you want to make a concerted intelligence or investigation check as a group to try and find this object and just chuck it somewhere, you can.
And if we find it, I can throw it somewhere.
Investigate. Intelligence?
It's an
Investigation?
investigation check, yeah. Narrow, you do indeed find it. It's kind of dead center, kind of little marble-like device. Say someone will need to
I'm
get
able
it,
to.
get in there and try to chuck it
I'll do
somewhere.
it.
But I'm able to shoot it to
Yeah,
disable it.
absolutely. Give me an arrow shot.
No, of course not one. Of course I get a not one.
As the electricity pulses towards Ravi's body.
Oh. I don't see it where you shot the air. Were you trying to point it out? I don't see it anywhere in that direction.
Or maybe you just shoot
Just
Ravi's
move up
body.
there. And you would point. You would.
Isn't that one? I mean,
You
why
would
not?
point where we saw it.
I will run forward and grab it, and I'll try and throw it
give
and
me a
kind of
dex
get it in
save.
a spot where it's kind of buried. Not gonna get anything.
Give me one final dex save. Yeah, you can.
21.
I don't know. Throw it up against the wall or like.
Save.
I was thinking like like a crevice, in a rock crevice where it's like can't shoot at anything.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, so yeah, kind of like bury it in the rock. I gotcha. I know what you mean.
With a rock.
Absolutely. Kind of like, yeah, bury it under some rocks.
Ooh. All right, that was a fun one.
I just need a minute, and then we can go back on our way.
You say those were. What's all over this dude?
Looks like he's twisted bits of armor and clothes and even bits of weapon, like twisted in with him, like he was combined with whatever he was wearing. Looks like he was once human at one point.
This is weird.
Now just revive Ravi. Why did I do initiative? I didn't even click on initiative.
I don't know why.
I clicked on a spell slot to revive Ravi and intended initiative.
There you go.
Ravi is rabid and is
Yeah.
turned against the three.
Gotta get him down. Does that bring him back to full?
Yep.
Nice. As you spend a minute. What is this ritual like that you just kind of focus on him and give him lots of
he just
pets
puts
and
his
scratches?
he puts his hand on him and he starts to say a prayer in Sylvan.
All right. Takes a minute or so. What are the rest of you guys doing while Nero is doing that?
I'll kneel at the body while Zam's inspecting it. Now look over it with him. Zam's kind of telling me what he's finding. I'll nod. Been traveling with an expert for a little bit now. I think he would say something like it's probably some sort of government experiment that's probably happening on this thing. Probably trying to combine some sort of super soldier or something. At least that's the expert thing.
I think he might have just drank some of the gray matter, but we can go with your theory.
Little column A, column B.
Yeah.
Speaking of theory, here you go. Take 28 hit points.
Nice.
Ooh, it feels good.
Oh, for a minute I thought you were about to force feed him some of the grey matter.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, who
Let's
knows?
find
Maybe
out.
it's going to
Dread would be the one to do that.
heal us up.
I mean, I'm not turning it down.
we don't have to force feed Dread anything.
Yeah, no.
But I would say, as you're standing there, you can kind of see some faint electricity, as there's still a little, kind of right behind you, hacked into a corner of the crevice there. almost blending in with the wall. Some metallic object.
I'll point it out and see if. Are you seeing this?
I think that's what my opening move hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can find it, dig it out, whatever.
Yeah, easily kind of like moving some of the rocks to the side. You see what looks to be a Warforged huddling down there. Greenish eyes blinking out. Trying to keep small in the corner. And it seems like it's kind of like half passed out.
Can I don't know if you can wake these up the normal way. I guess we can find out. See if I can rouse him. Or her. Or them. Hello? Hello?
Give me a
I'm
persuasion
sorry, I'm
check.
just imagining this huge
Yeah,
orc.
absolutely.
Oh, what?
Give me
What check?
give me a persuasion.
Oh, my favorite.
Well, you're
I clicked
talking
performance, but it's the same thing. 13.
with a 13. This creature does not respond back.
Is there anything on this creature,
They appear to be
he
just kind of
he used
like
a different token, but does he look like the guy we were fighting?
does
or...
not look like the guy you were fighting.
He's not. No, red with black eye covers. Which Marvel character? What character do we want this one to be?
Well, this one's more like closer to like medieval Spawn.
Black and white with a red cape.
Yeah, no red cape though. Well, yeah, maybe a little bit of a red cape, all tattered. It's the green
Boots
eyes
and
that made me think of
gloves.
it. Cause I've got a
Red
medieval
boots and
Spawn over there.
gloves.
Yeah, yeah, why not?
Well,
If you're electrocuted, it'll wake up.
It was
Okay,
electrocuted already once. It looks like it was
Can I-
damaged from that.
can I tell
Well,
that it's
maybe at a lower
alive?
voltage.
Can you
Do I
what?
think it's alive?
It seemed to register the electricity.
His eyes are lit up.
His eyes are lit up. It's just staring
Hmm.
out.
He's not interested.
I'll do sign language at him as I talk. Are your voice component things messed up? You good?
You can give me a persuasion check, dude, if you'd like.
Oh, negative on that.
I know.
16.
16. They do not flinch.
This one's probably sleeping or something.
Does he look? No, I don't know. I guess we could put him in like.
Is there any evidence of what the other robots were doing?
Looked like they were. You can see some dig marks, like they were digging around this area, possibly inspecting this guy.
Hmm.
Well, do we want to put him in a bag and take him back to Yalos? He could be memorialized on the wall with all the other lost Warforged. Checking for spare parts.
He doesn't look broken. It does kind of remind you of when Mercy was, quote unquote, like powered down when you stayed the night in Elos.
I don't know how to power him back on.
Big jolt and start him up. Man, not sure.
Can I look for a power button?
Sure, give me a investigation check looking for a power button.
Restart. A.
You never know. Unplug it and plug it back in. Leave it off for 10 seconds. With a 5. Then no such button exists.
You guys good over there?
We have a sleeping Warforged, and he's not playing along.
I tap on his head, knock on his head. Excuse me, sir. I assume you're a sir. Sorry if you're not a sir. We need you to wake up so we can decide whether you are one of the nice ones or one of the bad ones.
I will allow for one more persuasion check. See if something happens.
Okay.
With a 23. Eyes flicker for a moment. Oh. Is it still functioning? Who are you? What? No. Humans. Is it still functioning?
Is the it you refer to?
Landro.
You appear to be functioning.
Ran here for cover. I saw it sparking.
I don't know that it ever truly functioned. Some of it is still operational, I suppose.
That is... I see. I must have...
Yeah, we're actually
down.
outside of Landro right now. I'm not actually inside right now.
I sought cover in the caves. It looks around, slowly makes its way up, reaching for the stones to pull himself up. After the day of mourning, I thought they would have come in here. Maybe not.
Who were you waiting on? Or hoping to find?
My friend. Mercy.
Oh,
Mercy.
we know him.
I do know Mercy. They've taken over a small settlement.
Settlement, yes.
They call it Alos. Who are you?
I'm Filch.
Filch.
Filch is blue and red. You are red and black, or black and white.
It's dark blue. like the medieval spawn's bluish. Maybe he's got some black.
Hmm.
I got a figure of him over here that I'm looking at.
I'm glad we got him awake.
Oh. Elos, I know where that's at. You have met Mercy. Are they alright then?
More or less. They're worried about you, but they've taken up a leadership position amongst many of the Warforged.
A position they were born into. One they suits them well.
They are surviving.
Thank you for waking me. I saw everything. Could do nothing.
Do you know where
Wanderings.
those other ones came
Powered down
from?
for.
I had only seen the twisted soldiers. Should not have been here anyways. And the other Warforged did not seem to care for me. I do not know what they are doing here. But it cannot be good. I believe they are followers of the Lord of Blades.
We're tracked. They did attack us almost on sight.
Hearing about this Lord of Blades.
Mighty foe.
Hmm.
I believe
You
there
all
are...
right to go back by yourself?
I know where Ialos is. I've been slightly electrocuted, it would seem. Look out for the Brellish soldiers. They have been twisted. Kind of looks over towards the one that's creature that's dead nearby. Like that.
They go down well enough. Yeah, so you were here for the creation of this Landro?
No. I merely came here, seeking cover after the day of mourning.
So you don't know much about Landro himself?
I knew that they were controlled by an engine, the gray matter engine.
Yes, it appears to have sprung quite the leak.
The gravity wells within, quite powerful.
Those are still operational.
It housed protection around the engine.
I believe there's still some force field available.
No. I mean protection. Constructs within a construct. Defenses.
Troshka doll.
What is it you seek here?
An artifact.
Yes, it appears the item that was used to power this Landro has a greater purpose.
I know not of magic, except for what I was told and learned. I know the gray matter engine would lie within the dome of the head.
Yeah, the passage is closed.
We must find a new way through. Well,
I
at least we know where to look.
do not know the caves well, but I do know they dot this mountain. Perhaps going further up in them.
Perhaps.
I thank thee for awakening me. Perhaps I will reunite with Mercy, and I will have mercy upon me. Seems I already have. Well, I hope someone grants you the same mercy you granted me. If there is nothing else I could help you with, I will be on my way.
What do you know of the other two Warforged that were here? I know they were largely ignoring you. Have they been here? Do you know what they're looking for?
Saw a trio.
3.
I heard they were led by one named Glaive. Strike Force. Sent to destroy and kill. Believe they have aims to take over the Landro. Perhaps make it functioning again. It would be a terrible fate.
I can't let them do that.
Well, if we succeed, they can't. And we're taking the thing that powers the engine, right?
Yep.
And I
That
pray
is
you
what we are here
succeed.
for.
All right. They went this way, right? That big monster came from this way. They're looking for the artifact. Probably follow them, huh?
Yeah.
Let's go into the mouth of the monster. That makes sense.
I doubt you'd be able to enter the mouth. You must have the force field still.
It does.
I will tell Mercy that you had saved me. Rescued me, even. Be wary of the magics. Imbued.
Safe travels, buddy.
You as well. And it'll head this way. Filch will. Leaving you. A couple of glances back before taking his leave.
Let's move forward into the.
We follow them?
He was heading out.
No, not him. The Glaive and
Yeah.
his crew.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna go the direction they went.
If we're looking for the same thing, they won't look in a place that they know it is not.
That is true.
And if they retreated to wherever they stay, they will not expect company.
That one guy looked like he was pretty sure we were going to die.
Yes, well,
I mean,
once before.
It's not the first time that people have thought we were going to die and didn't.
It's a good day to die.
It's always a good day to die.
I don't think so. Never. Tomorrow. Let's die tomorrow.
What? Where are you headed? This would lead to a familiar space that you had seen before as the you can see the trickle of gray matter running down.
You know that goes up.
Are you looking for tracks?
Yeah. Let's look for tracks. So
I'm just following.
survival, I'm guessing.
Yes,
Looking for tracks?
It will be a survival if you're looking for tracks. Give me a survival check.
Okay.
Nat 1. They left no tracks.
That one, of course.
In the snow. Well, let's go up. We know up is the direction.
Yeah.
Don't think we really missed much in this section of the cave. Maybe there's something in the other section.
We just got to find a way up the mountain. There has to be a way.
will say as you get, like, if you're going back up the way you came, there was that kind of exit cave near here. We'll bring it back up there. Like, there was an exit cave between this place and the space before. Is the bear still there? But
We backtrack.
Yeah, we went up the mountain and then down the robot. So now
Yeah.
we need to go up the mountain and then up again.
yeah, if you like, it would be up here. Like, if between here, this is down. Between here and that previous landing where you were, there was a cave that led out of the mountain. But there was also a cave that you didn't explore in here. This way.
Right.
But
Let's head that way.
And then this was the special gray stuff.
this
right?
is the pool where you can see kind of twisted and broken weapons. Can still hear the high-pitched noise from down the hall that Dread's vial is emitting.
All right, who wants to lead the way down the ominous cave?
Sure. I just can't because somebody's standing on me.
Yeah, I can move you guys around if you guys. Yeah, as you
Well,
head
great
up
point, that's fine.
this twisted passage, more and more. I'll move you guys here in a second. Yeah, you would. It would climb up about 100 or so more feet. You would see another opening leading out into sheer just cloud cover everywhere. And it would, the cave itself would continue upward slightly, but you can't make out much through the clouds of the exterior of this cave, but it does exit outside, but the cave itself still continues to wind upward. So if you wanted to explore outside the cave, you can. If you want to explore up the cave, you can as well.
We're trying to get to the robot. And it seems like getting into it is going to require us to go through the cave, as any part that's still intact is protected.
That is a
But
fair assumption.
up is up. We just need to keep going up.
All right, continuing upward in the cave will bring you to yet another space. Over here. Cave winds around, starts to level off a little bit. Say if you keep going a little forward, the tunnel turns and winds, and you would see two tunnels actually branching off opposite sides of this 30-foot high cavern beyond. The tunnels do seem to kind of reconvene at an overhang 15 feet above the ledge. Excellent. Actually made them really small. And you can see that kind of overhang down the way. At least those of you with supreme dark vision can see slightly. This would be the overhang.
Maybe we need to get up there.
It seems like they like this at this point. There would be two. I can actually bring you to that part. I don't know how you guys are moving or marching order and all that. So this would be the area where the two branches kind of exit off of to the left and to the right and veer up. And there's an overhang which you can go under.
What do you think? What do you think of Narrow?
I would say, Narrow, you would hear something
sounds
to the
pretty
north.
big.
You would point down there. There's something up there. We go towards it or we go away from it? That's
Towards
the
it.
question. Towards it? All right. He's going to go up.
I'd rather walk into something than have something walk in on us.
Yes, Narrow, you start to kind of walk up right around the corner. You would be face to face with one of these kind of like gas mask wearing individuals. Looks right at you. Shit. We're gonna roll initiative.
Watch for the bobble.
We'll use uncanny metabolism.
I dislike fighting robots.
Especially because they got that thing. Yes.
Yes.
Advantage. Yeah, not any better. As you all do go, aside from Larissa, dude, you are up first. Nice.
Max healing.
Dude, what are you doing?
It's actually straight up healing.
Yeah.
All right. Just this one guy for now. All right. I will step forward here.
I would say it's only enough for one of you guys to be there. Within range. A tight squeeze. Or if you want, you can move there and attacks will be at disadvantage, I would say.
That's fine.
Alright.
That's fine.
Fine, just fine.
I will attack at disadvantage. 13.
A 13 will miss.
Are you disadvantage? Second attack.
19 will hit him.
Or 9 points of force damage.
Take
Stun
9.
strike.
Stun strike right out the gate. Absolutely. Roll that big old con save. Ooh, got a 19.
Passes. And then
Every time you say I think about that Key and Peele skit.
I will bonus action patient defense with a focus point.
Okay, patiently defending. Give yourself 11 temporary hit points. Anything else for dude?
That'll do it.
That will take us to Narrow.
We are going to attack him with our scimitars. So
Okay.
25.
25 will indeed hit.
For 10 and an offhand.
Take 10. $13 is gonna miss.
All right, second attack.
He just kind of pushes your blade away with his hand, with his metal arm blade. 15 also misses.
All right,
Anything else for
that'll be it.
Alright, that will take us to
Nope.
Zam.
He's not stunned, right? Okay. I'm gonna step up. And can I hold my action to try to find the thing if he tries to put it down?
Absolutely, you can. Absolutely.
I can grab it if he tries to deploy it.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a cat.
Yeah, sorry, that's my cat.
No, you're good. Anything else for Zam?
Nope, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to get rid of that thing before it
Okay.
kills somebody. Probably me.
You would hear a muttering, "Rack, you idiot." And from behind you to the south, a bolt launcher shoots out towards Larissa. The bolt gets an 11 to hit you, Larissa.
Doesn't hit.
At which point, you would see a metal object get thrown from behind you. Would Zom want to search for that one? Or the one that this guy's going to throw?
No, I'll wait on this one.
Alright, that guy will end his turn as he dashes up around the corner there. To the south. Which will take us to Rack, who will indeed launch one of those trap things. Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, great.
You know what? I'll give you advantage because you were like kind of ready for it. Why not?
It got worse.
It got worse. And then he is going to stab.
Find him, can't dodge him, can't do anything with him.
He's gonna then stab out towards dude with an arm blade. Getting a nat 20.
At disadvantage.
He patient defensed.
You did patient defense. He got a 16. Uh-huh.
16 misses.
He's gonna stab out one more time. The other guy should have shot another time. Getting a 13 to hit with the second attack.
Misses.
At which point he will disengage and dash away.
Better run. Why they all run?
Jason, we got 2 traps down here. Go that way. There's no traps up there.
Taking us to Larissa. Larissa, at the start of your turn, I want a dexterity save.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. I'm going to spend a lucky point.
Okay. These guys may or may not fight pretty dirty.
Okay. Oh, exhaustion. Okay, that's why.
-2. Ooh.
Fuck, I'm dead.
As you take 21 points of piercing damage and are knocked prone. As a jolt of electricity shoots out.
I really hate robots.
They aren't great.
Really seeing the problem with these traps that y'all are seeing. I don't think.
So,
But you still have your action and
basically,
movement.
one of them's. Yeah, one of them headed that way,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one headed down that way.
Yeah. As both of them do lead up.
Okay, well, I'm going to Misty Step. If it will let me. About there.
Great. I'll need another dexterity
Another
save.
one?
Yep.
Okay.
Can I use my reaction to give her the help action?
No.
What the fuck?
catch the dart in front of her.
A 15, you still fail. You take 21 points of piercing damage. Good news is you're already prone. So you can still get up and move away, though.
Okay. Well, I get up and I'd like to move away, if I can, please.
Alright. Easily get up and move away. You got 15 feet.
Okay.
And you still have your action.
I still have my action room Oh! Cure wounds is an action? I'm gonna cure wounds myself.
Okay.
And where is cure wounds? I do have it. It's in my lengthy list of spells. I'll do it at 2nd level. Because I'm running out of spells.
Alright.
2nd level.
Feeling
Fucking
yourself
shit wrong.
18 hit points. That will take us to Dude.
Disadvantage.
Do
17?
you have disadvantage?
No, that was
Okay.
my attacks last.
17 does succeed.
I will run after Larissa and excuse me, can I just scooch right past you, madam?
Let's say
Scooch past her.
difficult terrain, yeah.
Can I borrow this from you real quick? I reach for the drift globe.
Okay. I'll let him take it.
Okay.
I'll take the drift globe from her. And run forward. Hey, there you guys are.
As you see them looking over the ledge towards you. Or towards your troop and towards you guys.
I'm at 35 feet right now.
You had 10 for moving through Larissa.
Yep. 40, 45, 50 will get me there. Ooh, we're up on a ledge now.
Mm-hmm.
I will bonus action step of the wind.
Okay.
Just dash. Move another 5 feet. Whole dash action is in 5 feet.
Yep.
And we'll go ahead and attack this guy right here.
Okay.
And I will use my charger on that.
Yeah.
And then with that, I can push him or do extra damage. I want to try and push him.
Okay. Strength save? Provided you hit. You do indeed hit.
20 hit.
Sorry. Is it a strength save?
I'm looking real quick.
Oh, it's either or then. It's strength or dex save. Because it's the shove action, so it's like he got a 13. Which I'm pretty sure is a failure. Your
That
DC,
is a failure.
yeah. See his push, go and roll me some damage. And go ahead and roll me 2d6, because he also falls 10 feet.
I did roll 12 points of force damage.
Gotcha.
And then 2d6. 3.
Take a little extra damage. Let's see if he falls prone. He does not. Landing on his feet as you push him over the ledge with a loud thud.
Okay, I still have a little bit of movement left.
Still got a little movement left.
I'll move right here and I'll hit this guy.
Alright. Ooh, yeah.
1 9 to hit.
That will definitely hit him.
14 points of force damage.
He will take 14 points of force damage.
And I will try and stunning strike this guy.
Okay. Got a 9.
Fails.
He is stunned.
I got one up on the ropes here. Knocked one down underneath. That'll do it.
All right, that will take us to Narrow. Narrow, at the start of your turn, I need a dex save.
Alright, deck save.
As you avoid getting zapped by a little electric dart.
We're gonna move. I can't move the. Give me the token.
Say what?
I can't move the token.
Okay. Can you now?
I can't move either token. Nope.
How about now?
Still can't.
All right, what are you doing?
He's gonna move up there. By the. Or so that's
It's 15 feet of movement.
15. Through her is gonna be 25.
Mm-hmm.
And
You got
if
5
you
more
move
feet. Move there.
yeah, just right there. And we're gonna throw a arrow at this guy down there, right by dude.
Right? Nero said, screw bows. I'm just throwing shit. You do have advantage because he is stunned.
Okay, so
Throwing arrows like javelins or like big lawn darts.
yeah,
17
17.
still misses as it clinks off of his armored body.
all right. Then we're gonna do second attack and advantage again. Let's see it now.
Help if you use your bow.
27. Yeah, yeah. He actually takes out his bow
Yeah, a 27 will hit.
for 9.
9 points of damage. Anything else for Nero?
Robbie would move 40 feet wherever down there.
Okay,
But
I need
I
Robbie to give
can't-
me
I
a
can't
dex
see.
save.
Yeah, I was about to. That's the wrong one. Is he gonna succeed? Nope.
Robbie takes 21 points of piercing damage and is knocked on his ass.
21.
Yep.
I can't. I can't do anything with the token. Nothing.
Okay.
I can just double click them. I don't know what's going
That's,
on.
that's fair. It's okay. These things happen. Anything else for Nero? Can you move that
Nope.
one?
That'll be it.
Can you move this token?
Yes, this one I can.
Okay. Just move him down there. Boop, boop. That will take us to Zom. Zom, you know what it is.
Did Robbie have enough movement to stand back up?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll start off by taking a bunch of damage.
21
and
points of damage.
Losing half my movement speed.
Yep.
What type of damage is it?
It is piercing. So
Okay.
so you take 3 less. 4 less?
I take 5. Proficiency 5.
That's right.
So 15?
Yeah. Or
20,
16.
Or no, I was talking about my movement speed.
Oh,
I
yeah.
took 16.
Yeah.
15 to stand back up. 20, 25, 30.
All right.
Get on the other side of narrow, I guess. But sure, I'll action dash 5, 15. Oh, which narrow is it?
The real Nero is this one down here.
So I will have to stop in old Nero's space. But that means Larissa has to double.
I still have you on the initiative order. Don't worry about that now.
I'll just stay back here
All right.
behind Larissa so she doesn't have to move through our squares.
Fair enough. How kind. That will take us to a stunned crunch. While the other Warforged looks up towards Dexter. You will perish before long. And he's going to launch... He's going to run backwards, launch some bolts at you. Against Dexter. 3 shots. The first one gets a 14 to hit. Or actually... It's incapacitated. Okay. Getting a 14 with his first attack, missing, kind of hitting the ledge there. The second attack gets a 26 to hit. As you take 11 points of piercing damage, dude.
Okay.
And the last attack gets a 23 to hit.
Hits.
As he does 11 more points of piercing damage.
I'll deflect that one.
All right. As you easily deflect all of it. And you see him run off.
And I'll throw it back.
Throw it back at him, absolutely. Dex save.
That is a dex save.
You got a 23.
Yeah, it takes half.
We'll take... Ooh, that
Nice.
was good damage. He will take some damage before he... Arrow kind of grazes against him as he runs off into darkness. Ending his turn, taking us to Larissa. Larissa steps on forward. You can see Dexter face to face with this stunned individual.
I was hoping that they would be closer together, but oh well. I'm just going to Eldritch Blast him.
Absolutely. Will be at advantage because he is stunned.
How pleasant. Okay, my spells. Advantage.
Absolutely, all 3 of those hit. Ooh, 15. 12, 27. Plus 14 for 41 points of damage as these blasts just shoot into him, piercing holes size of oranges into his body. He's just sitting there taking it. Whirring and cracking, and you can see little sparks of electricity beneath his multi-material body.
Okay. And so that was 3 steps. There's not a big enough opening for me to go where I'll be able to let the others through easily. Oh well.
Alright, that will take... Anything else?
End of turn.
Alright, dude.
No.
He is no longer stunned.
He is no longer stunned as of now.
Do not get advantage on him. I will try and attack him, and I'm gonna go for some important looking gears.
Yeah, 30 will absolutely hit him.
Try and stun him again.
Stun him again. Reroll that one. He is indeed stunned once more.
For 16.
He will take 16
Went from
points of
1 to
damage.
max. Love it. These next ones
As you're
are
crunching into him, And you can hear his voice kind of crunching as well as you're punching and kind of stunning his important bits.
Second attack.
Second attack
19.
definitely hits, yeah.
For 13 points of force
He'll
damage.
take 13 more.
I will. How fucked up is he looking?
Fucked up. He's falling. He is falling apart.
I will just use my bonus action to make another attack.
All right. At the advantage. Yes, a 29. Yes, first 15 points of damage as you crunch into his neck. His head just kind of swivels nearly all the way off as his body crumples to the ground with a loud clatter.
Alright, well, he's not as tough as his boss.
We will hop out of initiative there.
Oh, that guy's not coming back.
Oh no.
Alright.
With the faint electricity whirring for a moment, I'd say their traps would be wearing thin. And you can see both of these caves do kind of converge on top of each other, as the cave itself continues to the east of here.
We're actually pushing.
As you are going deeper and deeper still.
Alright, so we gotta actually not back down. I'll just hop right here.
Yeah, it's about 15 feet down. You can easily
not-
walk around
like-
and make your way back. Yeah.
I can
If
actually
we
use the
down, we
rope
can
of
just jump
climbing.
down.
Let's use rope climbing until to tie itself off to a rope or a rock or something up there. Everybody can climb down easy.
Easy enough. It's easily accessible either way.
Oh, hey, looks like we're back inside the robot up here.
And as you look around,
Open
there
floor.
is a rubble-choked passage ahead. Quite rubble-choked.
Cautiously enter.
It's like a 30-foot tall chamber within that is very, very, very choked with rubble. And like stone, steel. Gotta move your arrow for a second. I get my camera. As yeah, dude's taking the light with him. You would see you're entering into Landro once again. Metal and rock kind of broken in. The chamber does continue eastward.
As Larissa comes in, I'll hand over the drift globe. Thanks for letting me borrow it for a second there.
You can have it if you like.
Oh,
You're the one who needs it.
are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, sick. He takes it and looks at it. It's a gift from a friend. He likes it.
We know which part we're in. This arrow just.
Yeah, and you can see like what looks to be the spine area kind of continue in here. To the south of you, kind of around the bend, you can see a wooden steel captain's chair. Tops kind of this like area here in the center of this room. Slumped in the chair is a skeletal corpse, wearing similar regalia that you'd seen the the fresh old bodies previously, the Siren Regalia. The skeleton does wear a silver helmet with a sizable dent into it. Looks like a viewport made from a shimmering crystal overlooks the mist of the Mourn land without or throughout.
What kind of controls we got?
It would appear no controls in here. The only thing you
it's gonna be
see
fun.
is he's wearing a helmet, kind of dented.
Huh.
And I would say narrow, kind of as you look in there, you can actually see some arrow slits in the walls here. Standing at those arrow slits, you see 3 shadowy figures dressed in full regalia previously, like much like what they much like what the captain here is wearing. Well, captain, yeah, this captain's chair. Spoiler alert. But narrow, you would see 3 individuals, all armed with bows, looking out the arrow slits and kind of all turned towards you in unison as 3 undead individuals leer towards you and aim their bows towards you. We're going to roll initiative again. Surprise. I mean, it's not actually surprise, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
This motherfucker. Doesn't fall.
It didn't show. I got 16.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, it's because I have your old token still there. I'll get rid of your old token. You guys, and I'll add your new token on there. With a 16. And wow. Fair enough. So, as these 3 undead guardians aim their arrows towards Narrow, flashes of bright light would shoot out from their bows towards and through and around you as 3 wisps of light illuminate and attack. Each of them shocking out. I'll do 1 at Zom, 2 at Narrow? Yeah. Zom, a little shock of electricity shoots out towards you, getting an 11 to hit. Which clearly misses.
That will miss. No.
Yeah. And Narrow getting a 7 and a 14 to hit you.
Both misses.
As just as much as they appear, they all disappear. Which will then take us to the actual soldiers' turns.
Does see invisibility last? 'Cause I cast
an
that when I
hour.
got here.
I'd say it's been longer than an hour.
Okay.
Or has been. When did you cast it?
When we got to the door.
Oh yeah, that's been more. That's been longer than an hour for sure. So these 3 individuals would all shoot bows towards Narrow. Once again, actually, as they get, yeah. Interesting. That doesn't actually have a taking 6 shots against Narrow. I believe 2 of them hit. As the arrows strike into you, take 7 and 12 points of damage for a total of 19 as two of these arrows with a little bit of piercing and necrotic energy mixed in and intermingled. Which will take us to your turn, Nero.
Let's see. We are going to do an hunter's mark on this little guy.
Okay.
Closest one to me.
Marking for the hunt.
And then we're going to try the longbow. I think 16.
16 definitely hits.
All right. For 10.
10 points of damage, some of it being force.
Second attack. Spells. Another attack with the longbow for
Oof,
one.
Nat 1. As your arrow just kind of withers as a little shock of electricity from nowhere just breaks it in half.
And then we're going to move right around the corner. And I'm going to move Rafi right up there, and that'll be it.
All right, that will take us to Dude. As you're looking over this skeletal person with the steel helmet on, you hear noises and you saw the flashes of light behind you.
I was trying to trippy. And now they're gone.
Nero's got his arrow out, or bow out.
I mean, they gotta be somewhere, right? I'll try and see what cannot be seen.
As you cast See Invisibility.
That's what I do.
You do indeed see them. There is one right by you, between you and Nero. One between Ravi and Zom, and another in the corner.
I will point that out. One right here, Zom. Watch out. And then we'll attack this guy right here.
All right.
Bonus action.
Bonus action
Flurry
attack.
blow.
Yeah. Oh, going for a full-on flurry.
With the flurry.
A slurry of flurries. Go for it. Ooh, 24. Yeah, that will hit it.
I'll go ahead and re-roll that.
Go ahead and re-roll those ones. Take 12 points of
12.
damage.
Second attack. 24.
What kind of damage you doing?
Force.
Okay. 14 points of damage as the creature is still up.
And last attack. 19
Just
hit.
barely hits.
Ooh. For 8 points of force damage.
As it dissipates away.
Alright, one down.
As no one saw him hit anything. He's just punching the air.
Trust me, guys. Trust me. But that'll do it.
Alright.
I'll move forward.
That will take us
Pat
to Larissa.
Pat the skeleton on his shoulder as I walk away.
His head kind of slumps over.
Okay. So, I'm not going to walk anywhere near wherever dude's punching.
Yeah.
I think I'll just do my Eldritch Blast towards the one I
Yeah.
can see.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Looking very confused at dude, but just okay.
What
You know
what
what?
are
To
you
each their own.
yeah.
It's like they're over there. Not. Okay, and we are. Come on, where is it? There. Normal.
Yeah. All three of those hit for sure. Six, 12, 18 for 24 points of damage. Blasting holes into this undead soldier.
And then, as a bonus action, just for the sake of it, you're all going to hear the harp trill, and you will get some temporary hit points.
All right, everyone gets
3 temporary hit points.
6 because it's double.
6. Oh, yeah, that's right. And you can move wherever you want.
Yep, you can move your
without
speed.
provoking.
No provokes, yeah. Zom rushes forward.
One right to the north. Is
No matter where they are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Narrow or dude want to move?
No, I'm squared up, ready to go.
All right. Do you give Ravi the temporary hit points?
Yeah.
All right, so Ravi can move too if you want.
Mhm.
Anything else for Larissa? Do a little flourish and everyone
No.
can move.
Yep, that's it.
All right, that
All done, skis.
will take us to the Zom.
Raise my glaive, and I will cast Turn Undead. Or
Alright.
activate. It's not really a cast.
What is the destroy undead portion of that?
Anybody who fails is going to take 5d8 radiant damage.
It's no longer based on CR, right?
No, it's just if they fail, they take damage.
Nice. The wisdom, right? Yeah. So we've got an 18, 15, and 17 for these guys.
To succeed.
And got a 16 and a 3 for the unseen.
They will both fail. Oh, that is only 4. I am missing a d8.
Oh no.
I will just roll the d8 and then add the mod. So 19 points of radiant damage to the ones that failed.
Alright. 19 radiant damage to the ones that failed. Do they take the other portion too? Like they have to run?
Yeah. They're still turned, it just they do damage and then yeah, because the damage doesn't end the turn effect. That's the
And
last
what was the
sentence of
DC?
Undead. 17.
17, okay, so only one of them. This guy fails it. And he is turned.
Alright, I wasn't looking which guy failed it. I had my character sheet up.
I'll mark him.
Then I can use my bonus action to slap that guy.
Okay. He's slapping.
Let me check that off before I forget. War Priest. Combat. Glaive. 12.
12 will miss.
So he'll take 3 points of damage.
We'll take 3 because reasons.
Glaive has graze.
Yep. Anything else for Zom?
Those were all. Well, I guess I could move, but I got nowhere to go. I'm blocking the door.
Alright, that will take us to the one wisp of light, which, dude, you see perfectly fine. It will move away from you, dude, so you get attack of opportunity if you'd like.
We're trying to go.
To Zom.
I will take an attack.
Alright. You definitely hit it.
29.
Ooh, 14 points of force damage. As you see, dude just kind of punch out at nothing. As it does kind of appear right behind Zom, as it shocks out. An advantage. Getting a 22 to hit Zom. Zom, a little shock of electricity arcs behind you. You take 6 points of lightning damage.
Don't even feel it. Musical inspiration is gone.
Which will... That's crazy, Will-O-Wisp now. It's going to go invisible again. Taking us to these guys. The one with the bow here will drop his bow, pull out a sword. And he's going to try to attack Ravi with his blade. Getting a 17 to hit Ravi.
You get how much?
Ravi will take 8 slashing damage is a 1 necrotic damage. And then it'll
So 9, so 6, because he's got 3.
Right, yeah, the temporary hit points. And then it will reach out towards Ravi. You see this necrotic energy pulse. And I need Ravi to give me a Constitution saving throw.
$12.
Ravi takes 6 points of damage, and its hit point maximum is decreased by 6 for now. That's going to be a hard one to... I'll put in this little... the green dot.
Alright.
As it seems to drain energy from it. This guy will run into the corner. And this guy will shoot a bow at Zom. Getting a nat 1 and a 16 to hit Shazam.
Both will miss.
Both will miss, which will take us to narrow.
Alright, so I can see that one. So right around the corner, we're gonna hit.
Yeah. Just kind
And
of
that one.
peep around the corner. Take a shot. Oh yeah.
25.
Oh yeah. 13 points of damage.
And then Ravi is gonna first attack with Hunter's Mark on top for 20.
Yes, that would. Taking 12
So
points
for
of damage.
12. That's his first attack.
Yeah.
His second attack. 13.
13 just misses.
And his last attack using one of mine. Not one.
Is gonna miss. Anything else?
That'll be it.
Alright. Dude.
Nope.
What's up?
What's up indeed? This guy right here went back invisible and stayed right there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
It's just like maybe
move
10
forward.
feet up in the air. You can reach
Oh,
it
it's
if you
actually
jump.
up in the air?
Yeah.
Alright, well then, if that's the case, then I will just, at the start of my turn, I will attune to the elements and fly up there.
Okay. Yeah.
And attack them.
Okay.
And it'll just stay force damage.
20 will definitely hit. Ooh. Has a little burst of light and it dissipates. Gone.
Poof. Alright, where's that last one?
It's gone.
I thought there were 3.
It's gone. It flew away.
Uh,
So far away.
Got scared.
It got scared. They're very fast.
Alright. I'll go over to here. And attack out at that guy.
Okay. Yeah, it would have flown up. Through the spine.
13.
13 just misses.
I will bonus action just a single attack.
Alright. That will hit it. Nice. As you pummel into it, its body collapses. This cold energy released from it. What form of elements are you doing with your attuned element right now?
Right now, just the air is just keeping me supported.
Gotcha. Little bolsters of air. Anything else for dude?
I'll expend just a little bit more movement over here. Get over here.
Taking
I'll
us
do it.
to Larissa. Zom on deck.
Okay. Which one of these guys have taken have they both taken damage?
This one's taken damage, but is running into the wall and like cowering.
No, poor thing. I'm just gonna do 3 Eldritch Blasts onto this one then.
Alright.
Please.
Three blasts.
Come on, internet. No.
2 of them will hit. We'll take 25 points of damage. You can see every blast you make into this creature, the kind of like blue cold light escapes from it.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. And end of turn.
Alright, back to Zom.
I will just point to the glaive at the one that's not turned, and I will cast Sacred Flame.
Okay, big dex.
Dexterity save.
Got a big 16? Not
Hey,
enough.
that's 1 too few. So it'll take a big 7 points of radiant damage.
Wow.
3d8, and that's 7.
Wow. What are the odds?
Tonight, pretty good.
That's fair. As this flame bursts upon it, perhaps your god doesn't reach here as easily as you would hope. Anything else for Zom?
I'll move in.
Alright. Moving on in. That will take us to its turn. As bow still in hand, it will kind of gesture out towards you, kind of holding its bow out, almost wafting this cold air. I need a Constitution saving throw. 16. You avoid the harmful effects as a blade apparates in its other hand and it stabs out towards you, Zom, getting a 16 to hit.
That will miss.
This guy will run into the corner, taking us to narrow. Can't hear you because you're muted, but I'm assuming you're shooting him.
Yeah, I'm shooting him, but we're to move the Hunter's Mark on this one.
Gotcha. Key piece of information.
Full attack. 25.
Absolutely. Ooh, for 17 points damage.
17.
As this one undead creature's form seems to be failing itself and nearly crumpled over.
Alright, and another long bow. 13 miss.
13 just miss, yeah.
I get Robbie to move just right there, and that'll be it.
Alright, taking us to Dude. Dex.
Turn my attention down over by Zom, and I will just get this kind of crackle in my eye, and I'll rain down some lightning.
Ooh. Lightning strikes into it, kind of splitting its skin. Yeah.
For 14 points of damage.
As it
And
splits its
followed
skin
up-
open, this blue light exudes and the body crumples to the ground.
And we'll follow it up with a little bit of movement because I can't reach that far. With another attack at this guy.
All right.
The Thunderous Boom.
Yeah. Thunderous Boom slams it into the wall. Does it get to resave, or is it automatically...
It breaks.
All right. Like 8 points of force
Hopefully it
damage or
doesn't
thunder.
survive.
No, thunder damage, yeah.
Yep.
And then I will flurry of blows.
All right. 3 more strikes. Yes, a 27.
27,
Yes, a 17.
17.
Yes, a
Nat
nat
20.
20. Yes. It might not survive this. Just pummeling into it with thunderous booms for 10. 16. And 17. Nice, for 44 points of damage. As, yeah, its head starts to
43.
turn. 43. Its head starts to turn before that thunderous boom just kind of pushing it up against the wall as it collapses to the ground. As the undead gone from the space here. As it seems like there's... Well, you've already seen some undead previously, but now it would seem that there are indeed some hateful undead still trying to protect this gargantuan colossus. And as you're kind of regathering yourselves in this space here, I think that's where we're going to end tonight. And we will pick up there in the kind of helm area of Landro. You do notice a way up through the broken and non-functioning tunnel upward. It seems possible to climb. There's still the helm area to thoroughly explore, as it was just gazed upon slightly, but yeah, we'll end there tonight, folks. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned next time for more Vecna, Eve of the Ruins. All right. Night, Internet.
Internet.
Bye.